KJ, Mignon, Novi, y'all, I feel like I'm talking to my girlfriends.
You are.
When I tell you, let me tell you, I mean, when I got started with you all, when the show first came out, I was like, okay, sisters, Tyler Perry, what's he about to deliver now? And how does he know how I feel, right? I gave it a whirl. And when I tell you, like, it is literally for me, like modern day, but better girlfriends. Like, it is literally it is so good. It's everything that me and my girlfriend, who is kind of like, she kind of reminds me of Mignon's character. Like she's kind of crazy. She's all over the place. She's like, girl, what you need me to do? It reminds me of my own life. I just turned 30 this year. So everything that's all these examples and craziness that goes on in you all's characters' lives, it's happening to us. Me. So congratulations on season 2.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so let's start with the questions. All right, so when you get the call from Tyler Perry saying, all right, bet, this is what we're about to do. You got 10 days. We need 22 episodes shot. I need you on campus. What were you thinking? What was the first thing that went through your head, KJ?
I was like, say less. I'm there. I've worked with Tyler Perry before this show, and one thing I can say about him is he's caring, he's consistent, he loves us, and so I knew we would be taken care of. I didn't have a worry in the world. We were, and Ebony says this all the time. She says we were in the safest place on earth, and we were. So
Mignon, what about
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. No, that was it.
Sorry about that, KJ.
No,
Mignon, what about you?
I wasn't surprised at all. I mean, he does what he wants. Like he answers to God and God alone. And thank God that he fears God, because he cared so much about keeping us safe that we were wearing our mask up to the second before he would call action. Hand to God, Francesca. Like our makeup teams were like, ah! Because it's like, wearing a KN95 after you get your face beat is like, you just see it in the mask. But I mean, that's how serious it was for him, because a longtime crew member of his passed early on in the pandemic. So, he cares so much about his crew, and that's why he put us back to work, because he knows that a lot of us made pretty life-changing financial decisions, like crew and cast alike. And so he wanted to keep us working, but he still wanted to keep us safe, not at the expense of our lives. So he just carried all that weight with so much grace and so much ease. I mean, I wasn't surprised. It's TP.
Novi, give me a behind the scenes, because we have a lot of actors here in Atlanta. Like, I'm covering Atlanta NBC. That's what I do here. And, I take pride in kind of telling the actors and giving you all stories to aspiring actors here. So, Novi, if you could kind of give us like a timeline of the crunch that you all had to go through. I know it's been described as the acting Olympics by Mignon.
Well, the good thing was actually this season, we were more prepared because we got our scripts earlier. So that was a good thing. However, the physical world obviously is what we had to adjust to, right? Like with the mask and everything, and making sure that we're consciously aware that we have to breathe this way and make sure that we're 6 feet from each other. So I think it was the mental preparation when we went into this space. But Ebony had said earlier, we went through it season 1. So thank God we had a little taste of that world. We were just able to adjust to the code around us, which obviously for months we had all been wearing masks in our personal life when we were going out. So that was something, that was already there. And the transition, I'm not going to say it was easy, but we had a lot of great preparation.
Okay, so some of my favorite scenes in season 1 is basically when you all are doing girl pep talks, where like there was this one scene that you all were in the car. What is wrong with this? What was wrong with these men? We are cute, we are smart, we are independent, and I just don't understand what's wrong. And it sounds like me and my girlfriends. So give me the difference between season 1 and season 2, because it seemed like you all were really trying to find yourselves and find your flow of establishing who you are as women, in these crazy dating situations. But what are we going to see in season 2?
More of it. Yeah. Season 1, we had him sprinkled in. This time he's like, there's more of it written in. But I will say what's different in the dynamic is like, the girls are so sold out to keeping each other safe and healthy that they're telling everybody's business. Like, it's not just like people are trying to hold secrets together, but after a while, it all comes out because it becomes about, we don't care about these men. I care about the four of us, especially Sabrina's character. So it's something that, you know, you get more of.
I can't wait to see more. And what do you think the biggest challenge was for you? And I'm curious, not just only during shooting and filming, but you know, our country's going through a racial divide. Our country is also going through a divide when it comes to politicizing masks. Our country is going through so much right now. And what I learned was a lot of my Black women friends, you know, some of them had mental breakdowns. There were suicides in the industry. What was your biggest mental challenge, whether it be in acting or whether it be learning something about yourself that you didn't know that you had?
I love that question so much. Go ahead,
Yeah.
KJ.
Do you want to? I think it's the dilemma for being a Black person in America at any given time. It's, you know, for me, I'm having the breakout moment in my life, and my brothers and sisters are literally being murdered in their homes. So do I forget that that's happening so that I can enjoy my own thing? You know, I had to have a real talking to, because when it first started happening with the protests, I was out there every day and I was stressed and I was breaking out and I was crying every day. And I would probably be in that category of someone who had a mental breakdown for sure. And several of my friends, Novi being one of them, was like, you need to sit down. Like, she literally called me and was like, KJ, you're doing too much. And it took that and her saying that to really resonate with me and see what was at stake, because I'm risking not being able to tell another story in my life. I am risking the rest of the cast. I am doing, you know, because I'm mad as hell for my brother and my sisters and everybody else. So it's hard. We can all agree that it's hard. We sat on the phone, we cried together. So it's a lot. And we're still trying to reconcile it. It's still every day trying to reconcile it. It's not just this pandemic that has created that. I think the pandemic allowed us to really sit in it, you know, and really allow it to like hit us without distraction free. But it still affects every single one of us, every one of us.
Yeah. And I really want to add on to that. And I feel specifically for Black women, our job, in my opinion, is not to always be on the front line. We've been on the front line since we've been born. Our job is to continue our legacy at this point, you know, and I feel like what's becoming clear for me is everyone has to really play their position. The protests are necessary. The conversations are necessary. You know what I'm saying? Every single part of this conversation is necessary. And when KJ was mad, we're all rightfully mad. We let her be. You know what I'm saying? We can't tell KJ what to do. She gonna go out the street. She gonna do her thing. You know, she gonna rah, as she should, because the rage of a Black person has been so filtered. We have every right to feel the way that we feel right now, you know, and after we've come out of that emotion, which I think we're entitled to feel, now we have to take focus and say, okay, what is our position? Where are we going from here? What is our leadership role now? You know what I'm saying? Because millions of people watch SISTAS, and that it's teaching young girls, young boys what not to do in relationships, things, what not to, and that's going to help bring our family back together, bring this unconditional love that we need in our community back together. So it's really that. I had to sit down and think about it too, because I feel the same way. I want to be on the streets every single day, but then I had to say, why were you chosen a year before this to happen to sit next to Tyler? Why are you here in this seat? What can you do from this table? So that's what I really am focusing on. And I think that after we got off of set, that really just illuminated in our personal lives even more. Like, how intentional can we be now? Because artists, we're necessary, you know, we really are necessary.
Yes, amen. I agree with that 100%, Novi, yes.
Well, thank you so much, ladies. I mean, seriously, I could talk to you all in a forum setting for 30 minutes, but of course, you know, we only have 7 minutes here. So I want to just say congratulations not only on season 2, shooting it so quickly, but also making history. You know how the NBA created their history, you know, with the bubble. you all are a part of history, Hollywood and Atlanta history, this industry history as Black women. So thank you. And I'm going to speak it into existence. I can't wait to tell our viewers that SISTAS has been renewed for season 3.
Woo! Yes, yes.
Yes.
Thank you again, ladies.
Thank
and
you,
have a great
Francesca.
evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
bye.
bye.